Hi guys, welcome back to Becoming Miss. My name is Lily, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hi, we welcome you with warm hands, and thank you so much for tuning in. Please do make the right choice to subscribe, and while you're subscribing, click on the little bell to make sure that you don't miss out whenever I post, and you make sure you get it fresh and you get it right on time. So like guys, today I'm gonna be sharing a bit about my first pageant, how it went down, and basically why I think I lost. Not that I was thinking that I was gonna win, because it was my first time. Obviously winning was not necessarily a factor, but things that I could have done better to up my marks.
Hit me one time, hit me two times, hit me three times. Lego. Get it for me, 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 get it for me. Hit me one time, hit me two times, hit me three times. Lego. Get it for me, get it for me, get it for me, get it for me, get it for me.
Old gang, old subscribers, you guys know the drill. We comment, guys, we like and we share and we tell our friends, and if you're new, that's the drill, guys. Follow it, and we're just gonna be besties and everything's gonna be like, ooh, unicorns and rainbows. So like, let me tell you a bit about my first pageant. It was Mr. and Miss Rich Natural back in 2018, and that was my first time like ever on a pageant stage. With minimal training, I didn't have any friends who were doing pageants, so everything that I learned, I had to learn it on my own. So basically I was on my own, and everything that I know about pageants, I had to learn it by myself. Yes, the pageant did offer some training, some minimal training, but then it was a long commute, and usually we can't make time for that, and it's just too demanding, and you go there and you actually just feel like, I already know the stuff, so let me just stay home. So on my first day on stage, I was very nervous. It was my first time, but like I had some friends over. I had my cousin B, and everything was alright. She was bringing that sister love for me, and I think that was great. I had a lot of support, because it was like my first pageant and people still believed in me. That was before people started losing faith in me when things weren't necessarily going right. So after that, I had to begazela, I had to hold in there. But anyway, there's about Mr. and Miss Original. So there I was. I had the stage, and I feel like I made a little flop with the shoes. Shoes are very important in a pageant. I feel like people don't say this enough, but I didn't know this, and no one really told me about this. It didn't matter, like I always went to the rehearsals, but they didn't tell me that, girl, you cannot and you should not, and you should not even fantasize about wearing block heels to a pageant. I thought it was okay. So we had 4 categories. We had our introduction wear, we had our casual wear, we had some tradition, and then we also had formal wear, your evening ball gowns, and yeah, that was pretty neat. But for my for my for my casual wear, I was actually wearing these shoes for my casual wear. Yes, they are cute. Yes, they are very pretty. They're blinging, they're pink, and then I know everything is going absolutely right with these shoes, but the heel is so wrong. No one told me not to wear this kind of heel to a pageant. I had to find out by myself, because like I said, that was my first time on stage. Therefore, that was the first time I could actually start making friends. So that's where I made friends, and that's where I started knowing people like, oh, hi girl, you're in pageant, yeah. So like, I was wearing these shoes on my casual way. These shoes were absolutely wrong. Even if like you're, doesn't matter how experienced or how advanced you are, if you go up to stage with these shoes, honey, it's not gonna have a happy ending for you. If you're new in pageant and you're thinking about wearing these shoes, don't do it. Don't do it. Maybe you weren't destined to win at that time, but like, this is definitely gonna make sure that your score is so no one really told me not to wear these kind of shoes, and like, I'm sharing this knowledge with you guys, and I hope that like, you're gonna pick it up, you're gonna use it for good, and you're gonna make sure that you don't wear these kind of shoes. For my evening wear, I was wearing a black ball gown, and yeah, the dress was pretty long. It covered my shoes. There was this girl, she didn't have shoes. I had an extra pair again of block heels. So like, I don't know, I don't know what was wrong, but like I was like, yeah, I'll borrow you my shoes, but those were the only pencil heels that I had that day. Yeah, like this whole sharing thing, guys, like me, I've it never had a happy ending for me. Like firstly was with these shoes, I ended up wearing these block heels. Block heels are not ideal because they are block heels. You know, these heels are nice. As you can see, the difference between these two heels, the block looks a bit longer, so it looks a bit skinnier, but it's not a pencil heel at the end of the day. You'd rather wear like a really tiny pencil if you really don't feel comfortable in like platforms or very high heels, so you can just like alternate then like instead just wear like shorter heels. There's no need for you to be like high up there as long as it's a pencil heel, and people don't understand that, you know. So like you just need to practice your heels. You need to know your kind of heels, and you just need to be comfortable. I recommend platforms because they have that platform that keeps you up to make sure that you are elevated, to make sure that your foot is absolutely comfortable. You know, there are these heels with pencil heels that like skinny here, like they're pencil there, but they look exactly like this. Those heels are way more painful and uncomfortable than 6-inch platform heels. Will give you that extra balance that you need. Here you're on your own. Do you see how flat you are? Like you literally on your own. Hey, you're on your own, so you gotta make sure that you have that extra support and balance. I am gonna do another episode where I actually discuss a bit more about shoes and why I would advise you to wear such shoes in a different category or outfit, you know, outfit selection. I recommend that kind of heel for, and why, you know, not that necessarily that is absolutely correct, but that is my Lily's opinion, you know. So Lily felt like you should guys do not wear block heels to a pageant. No matter what you do, there's a block heel, there's a block heel. Do not wear wedges to a pageant. I have been in a competition in a pageant where girls were wearing wedges. Wedge, guys. Okay, yeah, you can make the mistake of wearing a block heel, but what has to happen for you to end up wearing a wedge? I mean, you can see that is not a heel. It doesn't matter how high your wedge is, it is not a heel. Stay away from it. You would find a heel like this and it would give you the illusion that you're actually wearing a heel because it's so high up there, but it is not a heel. It is a wedge, you know. It is a wedge. Doesn't matter how high it is, doesn't matter how flat it is a wedge at the end of the day. That's the point that I'm trying to make about stilettos and pencil heels, that like if you're wearing a pencil heel that is yay short, you know, go for it. It is a pencil heel and that is acceptable. It is not the same as going for something this high. Well, at the end of the day, it's still a block heel. It's not helping your situation. It's not helping you. It's not gonna help you, you know. But these shoes are cute. Shoes are cute. I love these shoes. I was walking these shoes though, you know. So shoes are very important. They're important for your comfort. If you have to wear one pair of heels right through, go for it. Just like absolutely do it, because there's no need for you to be like bouncing around hills if you're not going to be comfortable. So yeah, that is it about the shoe story that I wish someone would have told me before my first pageant. And thank you so much again for tuning in. If you're new, please make sure that you subscribe. And if you all, thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for sharing. I hope you're sharing the video, and I hope you're telling your friends about this. And I hope, like, if you know aspiring pageant girl who would like some advice, please send them over. Like, I'm not an expert, but I try as much as I can to gather up as much information as I can. And with a little 1 year short little experience that I've had, I think I know this much, and I know that block heels are not your future, you know. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I suppose I can do like a second episode. I'm gonna do a second episode where I explain further about shoes and the types of pencil heels that go, and for what category I think you could wear them for, and stuff like that, and which outfits would pop up more with certain things. So thank you so much for tuning in, and stay safe, stay home, take care of your health. With the COVID-19, we can't even gain experience anymore. There's no pageant, there's nothing, we're absolutely on lockdown. So this is the time to make sure you educate yourself and you make sure that you're ready, because pageant season's gonna come back very soon after COVID-19, and you want to be absolutely prepared. You want to make sure that you work on your walk and stuff. I would recommend that you go to the channel Model Shaman. I'm gonna put it in the description so that you can go check out her walk. She is really good at what she does, so you can just watch her, and maybe like hopefully you can bring her in for like a formal tutorial. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna post like a little insert which I did for her as well, for Miss Grand Zimbabwe, I think. And can we all just like please support her. I've also inserted a couple of links that you guys can use to vote for other models in pageants, so that you can help them achieve their goals. So thank you so much, guys, and stay blessed, and thank you so much for the love that you guys have shown me. I am so happy, and I'm like pumped. I should keep on doing this because you guys are like showing me the love back, and I appreciate it. And stay safe and stay at home, please. For God's sake, stay at home. It is important that you stay at home, you know. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you stay blessed.
There's a saying, give a girl the right pair of shoes and she will conquer the world. But does this mean that the shoes make the girl, or is it the girl who makes the shoes?
Greetings, South Africa. May we all please support Shaman for Miss Grand Zimbabwe 2020. Shaman, South Africa has your back 100%.